Okay, what is up, everyone? I'm here to give you a couple tips and tricks on easy things you can accomplish with ChatGPT and vibe coding. I'll show you right here. Okay, straight to little mode. All right. So as you can see here, I'm working on this case study for a dashboard I made a while back. Also completely vibe coded, I will say. Very cool, very proud of that. But I wanted something a little bit more interesting to go at the top up here than what I have here. So I jumped into ChatGPT. I uploaded all of my elements to Squarespace. This is in Squarespace. And I copied those images into ChatGPT over here. So as you can see, the first prompt I have, I want you to make an HTML CSS animation for each of these files, loading in on top of each other. Previous layer should rest under, starting with 1 and ending with 4. So I have these 4 images I wanted to appear loading in on top of each other, just as the basic thing. Now, I'll show you the finished product right here, or at least where I'm at so far. Okay, really simple. You can see that looks really nice. It loads in one time. We can copy and paste it into a Squarespace code block, and it will do its thing. No problem. Now, to get to this point, honestly, this is one of the easier projects I've done. This is just a little one. Obviously, it's just a small piece of a case study. Right off the bat, it gave me this. Now, this is because I set myself up for a bit of success here. So when I made these elements, I threw them into Canva, and I made sure to keep the spacing really simple. So as I went through these elements, I'll try to pop them up here on screen. So we've got what would be layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. All right. And if you notice, when you go through these, they're all in the exact spot they need to be in. So they'll like ChatGPT is automatically going to just set them up to pull up straight. That's how you want to set yourself up for success. It was really simple. So you get that full picture here of the completed image. I know this is really small. So that's one of the things I had it fixed. But I also said that I wanted to change up the animations a bit. It automatically gave me this stagger variable that I could. What did I just do? This stagger variable that I could go through and change it myself. So it started at 0.35. I remember I didn't like that a ton, so I set it to 0.6. I just wanted it to be a little bit more, take a little bit more time loading in. Now, and so what I did was I told ChatGPT to remember that. So that's going to be key with working with ChatGPT and coding it, is telling it that you want it to update the memory. Okay, so we've got updated the saved memory. It even tells you right here, which is really nice, what it is that you wanted to load. So now, I didn't quite like the way that this loaded in. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger just for right now. I wanted the animation to be a little different. I wanted it to be a little bit more visually interesting. So what I told it to do was load in each of the rows of this image as its own entity almost. And this came out surprisingly well because I didn't expect it to work. It took a little finagling, a little work with, but it eventually realized, there's 15 blocks here. I'll split that up evenly, and loaded them in each one at a time. And that finished animation is what we have here. So I'm just going to do this real quick. Loads right back in. Boom. It's not perfect. If you slowed it down, you would see that it's not exactly, where each row ends and where each row starts. But it's good enough, especially for just a quick flash image at the beginning of a case study. Now, the other thing you need to keep in mind is that in its original state, this is on me. I didn't tell ChatGPT this was going in a Squarespace code block. And so when I first copy and pasted it, it doesn't respect the boundaries of Squarespace or of my formatting. Okay, we got Jammer loading in nice and tight. This is actually all vibe coded as well. I might make a video about how I did this, but he's really cool. He helps people get to where they want to be, and he gathers information on my website. So now we can go about getting rid of this boring graphic and adding in our finished code. Now this, I think if you said that there could be a bit more to this, that it's still not quite visually there, I think I'd agree with you. But that's the thing. You can always come back to it. Boom, it even plays nice with the little Squarespace interface. So we can save that, move on with our lives. Now, what I see as an opportunity for this is I've already built this out, right? I think the next steps are to create a rundown of the features of this dashboard. And I cheated a little. I told ChatGPT to do this, and then I walked away and I decided to start the video. But we can take a look really quick at what it spat out at us. Oh, I got to reset my sizing here. Boom. Okay, so what I told it was that I wanted to create a kind of slideshow for to run through the features, and I would explain to it what it is that I wanted it to do. And it's already gotten a start on that. You can tell it's broken. It does not slide through. But to be fair, I told it that I would give it additional overlays. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Canva, because it's the simplest tool to do this with. And I'm going to create new overlays that go over and highlight specific parts of the dashboard and talk about why this is a good feature, why it works. As a first guess, I'm looking at this and I'm saying it's pretty good. It even remembers that this is my brand color. I never told it in this chat that this is my brand color. So that's kind of a plus too. It can be a little annoying when you don't want it to be working from your other projects. You just want this to be its own thing. But for right now, that's kind of a perk. So I'm going to keep working on that, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. If you want more tips and tricks, you can follow me here on LinkedIn. You can, I don't know, maybe I'll put this somewhere else too. See you later. That was weird. See you later.